Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Create Team Mode. Tonight we are heading to Imola to see if our pace can improve. But before that, we do have a new patch that has gone live today. It's already been live for a few days on the PC. I think there's already been a hotfix for the Switch as well, but the console update went live today, and we are going to take a quick gander at that just so I can show you the details. I have already put them on my community tab on my channel as well, so if you want to have another look at them in a bit more detail, you can there. But as you can see, these are the general fixes here. So we have fixed contract counter offers not being received. I think this is what screwed us over last night with Mr. Eggington. So maybe we'll actually get a proper response when we try him again at some point later this season. Fixed AI teams developing the same car parts through the season. So I'm guessing they would just do a front wing and then a front wing and then a front wing, that kind of thing. We'll see. We'll see how that affects car development as the season progresses. We're not that far in, so I don't really think that's affected us so far. For stability, fixed a crash that can occur when changing teams and saving liveries in a quick succession. I have had that happen to me. Fixed a crash that could occur when randomizing team branding elements. Haven't had that one myself. There's a PC-only fix here for GPU crashing. Creating a team. Fixed salaries for generator drivers being too high. I will actually see if that reduces the salary of our affiliate driver, because she is very expensive. She's over 4 million a year at the moment. So let's see if that's either come down or, will be a lot cheaper with subsequent affiliates. Race weekend. Updated the Williams steering wheel to represent the 2024 model. So they are finally now going to have the proper wheel. Fixed instances of correctly applied grid penalties when changing powertrain parts. I think this is what really, really hurt Charles Leclerc last night. He dropped all the way to the back of the grid, and I don't think that should have been the case. So we kind of benefited a little bit from that one. Fixed team comms referencing traffic incorrectly during qualifying. So I think no longer are we going to get an entire lap's worth of just bitching and complaining for a driver that doesn't really actually get held up. And then user interface, fixed a UI lock that could occur when selecting car parts via the rules and regulations screen. Not had that one, but I have had a few other soft locks. There are other issues that are being looked at. You'll have a link there that you can go and look at to see those. We're done with that, and we are going to jump into our career mode right now. So hello to you, Army. Hello, Dino. Hello, Wayne. Hello to everyone else who is lurking in the chat as well. Right then, round 7. Imola, one of my favourite circuits. I am kind of curious to see how this one's going to look with the updated visuals and try out the new helicam on this circuit as well. Let's take a quick overview of where we are. We've got 3 days until the race. Currently, we have 0 points. That's not likely to change anytime soon. As far as the driver's standings go, not horrible. 16th with Porsche. We have finished higher than some of the other drivers. And they can see Lawson in 21st. Was overtaken by Valtteri last night because we couldn't actually get past Valtteri. And I think that might be what has pushed him past Liam. But yeah, a little bit of work to do still. As far as our car goes, we have got new parts on the way. We've got a new underfloor on the car, I think for Liam for tonight. As you can see, we've also got our suspensions finally started. So those are a little way off yet. We've got 8 days until the next one, which means we'll have one available for Monaco if I want to take the risk and put one on Monaco, because we won't have a spare if we do that. Or, both of them will be ready by Montreal, and hopefully I can try and get a spare out by then as well. It's 24 days. If I've got enough cash, I can make a third suspension, and that'll be ready in 24 days. So, yeah, touch and go on that one. It's all about finances at this point, which are, as you can see, a little low. As far as the underfloors go, we've got a spare coming. So we won't have a second one in time for this Grand Prix weekend, unfortunately, because we will have to be locked into Parc Fermé regulations 4 days, in 4 days' time. and the spare won't be available till the day of the race itself. But that does mean that we will technically have a spare on race day for Liam if he breaks it during qualifying. So that's not horrible. And then we'll have another one in time for, again, not Monaco, not a spare for Monaco, but we'll have one each on the car for Monaco, and then we'll have, multiple, hopefully, spares by the time we get to Canada. So that's where we sit there. We are a little low on other parts as well, though. So I have, as you can see, just 2 side pods, and I do need to start making spare side pods as well. I need a 3rd slot. I need to upgrade the factory, but the factory upgrade is not something we can afford anytime soon. It's going to cost me 7 million to push that up to another level. So yeah, we really do need a little bit of an influx of cash as soon as possible. As far as our drivers are looking right now, let's take a quick look at their stats. There you can see what they're looking like right now. Not horrible. Not amazing, but not horrible. Decent pace stats. Cornering very much favours Pourchaire. Braking slightly favours Lawson. Control very much in Lawson's favour. Teo's got slightly better tyre wear. He's more adaptable for wet weather conditions if we get any of those. But the overtaking is definitely more of a strength for Liam, as you can see. They're both pretty similar in terms of accuracy and reactions. Pourchaire, though, is on a faster development track. As you can see, he is on a very high development rate compared to just high for Lawson. So we can expect to see Pourchaire improve at a quicker rate for a while, at least. Let's have a quick check with our affiliate. Has her salary gone down? I hope so. Nope, it's still horrendously expensive. I didn't think it would actually reduce that, but it should make new drivers much cheaper, in theory. If we just take a look at what proposing a contract would cost now, it doesn't actually say. Never mind. We haven't got any details of anyone to actually have a look at their salary. Although I do have details of a technical chief, don't we? Because we did take a look, not at Jody, at Max. Let's see if his wages have come down. He doesn't have a wage because he's out of contract. Okay, that doesn't matter then. It won't affect Matt or Jody. Their salaries will still be the same. So I think all we can do now is just advance time. Push on a little bit. How you doing, Toby? Good to see you. So we have neutral mentality with our drivers. Biggest problem for everybody is still car performance. We are trying to improve it as best we can, but we are financially and facility-wise limited a little bit at the moment, as you would expect, considering we are starting with the hardest possible settings. There you can see a quick rundown of the current driver standings and constructor standings. Red Bull comfortably ahead in the constructors, Max ahead of Lando by quite a margin already in the drivers. And then there's a massive drop-off, as you can see, from 6th to 7th. The top 3 teams are very much ahead of everybody else right now. And then it's a little bit more up for debate. And you can kind of see that in a little bit in the constructors as well. You can see 165 points for Ferrari in third, and then it's over 100 points down to Mercedes, who are still quite close in the grand scheme of things with RB and Aston Martin. So there's definitely a breakaway group of the top 3 teams, of which the order of that is pretty clear right now. Then there's another sort of breakaway group of 3 teams, which is Mercedes, RB, and Aston. And then we're in that chasing group. No one else has really scored points yet. We're not where we need to be in terms of the head of that group, but we are hopefully making some progress and moving up that little pecking order a little bit. We're in a group of 4 with Williams, with Haas, and with Sauber. Technically, I suppose you could say we're in a group of 5 with Alpine, because Alpine haven't scored as well. But we're in the lower part of that little group at the moment. We're kind of knocking around with Sauber and Williams more than anything else. Haas and Alpine just a little bit quicker than us at the moment. Let's see if we can improve on that today and set some targets for today. As you can see, our car performance really bad. 22nd on the grid for car 1. Car 2 with the new underfloor, which is Liam's car, is slightly better, but not by a huge amount. So race targets are going to reflect that. We're going to go 20th or higher with Teo, because I am banking on there being some issues for other cars tonight to help us out a little bit. Plus we have those new engines that we put in the car last night as well, which I don't think anyone else has done yet. So apart from anyone who's had an issue like a crash or something. So we might be able to pick up a couple of places just naturally through pace with a better engine. We'll go a little bit more speculative with Liam. We'll go 18th. And that will net us in total around about 700,000 if we can pull that off. 700 and something. So let's see how we do tonight at Imola.
Welcome along to Italy, and welcome along to Imola. Just outside Bologna in northern Italy, Imola hosts the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, named after the region it sits in. Surrounded by woodland, this iconic track is rich with Formula One history and the legends of those who raced here. Okay then, let's get to it.
Well, one thing you won't have seen, I was hoping it would show it in one of the cutscenes. It didn't. I went in after the stream last night, went back in and added sponsor logos to the back of the uniforms because I forgot to do it the other day. So that has now been done. We may well see that later in the stream. Let's move on to car setup. So I'm going to go with a 7.5, a 12.5, a 3.7, and let's push that up there like that. I don't think this is going to be the right setup, but I want to get just a rough baseline. We're going to go with 20 laps of fuel. We'll drop those settings down. Let's change out those new parts for older, more worn parts. How you doing, Jacob? How you doing, Alex? There we go. We do have a minor fault on this gearbox, so that will progressively get worse through practice, but we are obviously looking after parts during practice, so hopefully it won't manifest any real issues for a while. We shall see. Let's go with, and again, 20 laps. We'll drop the settings down to look after the car, and let's go with something a little bit different. We'll go with a 6.5, a 13. Let's go with a 7.3. Let's go with a 3.5 and a 0.3. There we go. Let's send them out. Created the Iron Dames for a save. I think are you on Reddit? And you in the Reddit F1 manager community? Because I've seen someone posting about the Iron Dames in there. Is that you?
Okay, copy. Ready, a check.
I haven't been in there for a little while actually, but I have seen little notifications popping up about Iron Dames and stuff.
Copy that. Copy.
It's not you, no. I wasn't sure. I mean, I've seen a few people, you know, considering doing an Iron Dames team. They were talking about it before the game was released, you know, when everyone was saying, you know, what are you going to do for your new team? One thing I have done, in fact, I'll pause just for a second and I'll show you. I won't load it up, but created Honda, as you can see, as well as JB Racing. I'm just trying different things with these saves, just experimenting a little bit. I haven't touched my Mercedes or Ferrari save in a few days. Actually, I've been messing around with you know, Honda and JB Racing. But I'm very pleased and proud of the livery I've created for Honda. I think it looks very, very nice indeed. So I may quickly show you that at the end of the stream if you guys want to see it. Someone will have to remind me because I will probably forget. My JB Racing is just running the FW14 livery with the blue race suits. We have a crash. Were we involved? Oh, it was right behind us. Did we get caught up in it? Right behind us. George Russell getting hit by Gasly there, I think. And Russell now has a big fault on his car. Is that a broken wing? Gasly with some damage as well. Yeah, he's got a very much broken wing. And so does Gasly. Both missing an end plate. There might be more severe damage to George. Gasly's got a penalty for that. 3 seconds. Well, I'll say 3 seconds. It's 3 places on the grid. So that will affect his qualifying. That might be beneficial to us. As I say, we are in that 5-team group, including Alpine. They do have a fair bit of pace compared to us. You never know, we might be able to sneak through ahead of them at the start of at the start of the race. All right, feedback time. 83%. That's a pretty good start. $57 for Porsche, so work needed there.
All okay with the car?
Yeah, copy that.
So, that needs to change. I'm going to go with a 4.6. That needs... Actually, no, let's leave that as a 3.7 for now. Let's push that all the way up. Let's pull this all the way down a bit more. Let's go with something like that. Let's push the front wing up a touch. And let's see how that works. That might be what we need to do, actually, looking at it. Yeah, I'm going to go with that instead. Let's give that a go. Have a look at Lawson. We'll go to an 8.2. Everything else isn't too far off. Nothing really clear. I think the front wing might need to be a bit higher. Let's go 7.5. Let's go a little lower there. Let's go to a 0.25. A little concerned about the straights. Let's not go quite that high. Let's instead go that way and pull that back a bit more. Yeah, let's give that a go. do a quick helicopter lap here.
Yeah, I have traffic.
One of the things I do sometimes wish about the helicopter shots is that it wouldn't be quite so close, that it would pull out a little bit more. So you could see a lot more of the track. I don't know if that is something that would put more strain on the GPU. But it would be nice to have a slightly more zoomed out look from time to time. So if the gap is like 2 seconds, you can still see the car in front or the car behind. Another yellow flag, someone running wide. Oh, spin for Logan.
Sorry.
Again, good to see him actually getting back on track pretty quickly there with the car going through. It's not perfect. There are still issues with the car rejoining. I think it all depends on whereabouts on the track that they spin as to how close they are to the racing line. As to whether or not they sit there and wait for a moment. But it's much, much improved on what we had with the previous version.
Feedback on balance when you can balance.
Although qualifying blocking is still pretty awful at times. Let's see, 80%. That's a nice little improvement. Evening, Anthony. Just waiting on Lawson's feedback now. %. That's a nice little improvement as well. So good progress made in this first session. Now we can make some tweaks ready for FP2. See if we can get those cars closer or preferably dialed in. Oliver Goethe there running for Red Bull. Pato Ward in there for Oscar. Behrman in for Leclerc. Freddie Vesti running for Lewis. Hajar running for Max, maybe? Not sure. Could be either. Both Red Bull juniors running there. Who else do we have in? Iwasa running in place of Yuki. And Maloney running instead of Bottas. Chloe Chambers running instead of Magnussen there. So once again, we are seeing a lot of young drivers getting FP1 sessions here. Possibly a little bit too many, you might say. But I mean, it's good to see that young drivers are, I suppose, being developed. Hopefully that will help speed up younger development so that when a young driver does get onto the grid, there's not this huge skill disparity against the rest of the grid. Oh, wait, okay, we went way too far there, so that has to be at least a 3.7, might even be a 4.6. Let's go with a potential 4.6. Let's pull the front wing back. Let's pull that back. Let's drop that down to 0. Push the front wing back up. Pull that back like that. And I think that could well be it. Give that a whack. See how that shakes out. Let's see. I want to go with 28 laps, I think. We're going to run the mediums. 92%. So the front wing needs to come down. That needs to go up. But not that much. Let's try that. That could be it. Yeah, we'll go 28 laps of fuel. And let's send them back out. Jeddah proving to be an interesting race. Was it as chaotic as mine?
Green.
Have you had multiple safety cars, etc. yet, or? Or was I just the exception on that one? Two safety cars so far, only lap 19. Yeah, I think we had. I'm trying to remember what the structure of ours was, but we had a VSC first, then we had a safety car, and a safety car, then another safety car, then a red flag, and then I think another safety car at the end. It was very busy, very busy. Hey, Clark. It's amazing how things kind of work with this. I think simulating the race can give you some very unusual results as well. I haven't done it obviously on this, and I'm not going to simulate any on this series, but I've restarted the Honda team a couple of times, just because I say I've been trying different approaches, just to see if I can figure a couple of the mechanics out. And I simulated the first race at Bahrain last night with Honda, and I scored points. I mean, the team is slightly better developed than what we've gone with here, but the car shouldn't have had points, and I ended up scoring points. Not sure if it was with both cars, but I think I've got like 6 points with Honda after just one race. And then I ran Jeddah, and 13th and 14th, or 12th and 14th, something like that, 13th, 15th, I think, was my finishing position, without any red flags or yellow flags or anything like that. It was just pure pace. So, yeah, I'm not sure if the skipping races option is a little broken or not. I've only done it the once, just because I didn't want to have to run Bahrain again. But it did throw up a very interesting race result. So I did go a little bit too far. That is going to be a 3.7. Let's push that back up. That might be it. That one little thing might be it. We'll find out in the next session. We're not going to go back out in this session. And I got close. Let's go with a 7 front wing. I can always go the other way. If that turns out to be wrong, go down to a 6. In fact, I think I might do that now, actually. Let's go the other way. Let's try that. $5 kilos of extra fuel. Now, yeah, if you get safety cars at Jeddah, that's it. You're going to end up with so much fuel. I think with about 10 laps to go, I think we're about 15 kilos overweight. It was, yeah, hectic. Oh, I have gone back out. I didn't mean to do that. It's force of habit, just chatting away without really, you know, going on autopilot there. Red Bull looking quick, first and second.
I'm not quite sure what's
Crash
happened there.
for K-Mag. He's gone into the wall at Tosa. Yep, just dropped it. Yeah, that's not good. Car crashed. Well, the car didn't crash. You crashed the car. Let's get it right, Kevin. So he's damaged his car as a result. There we go, session over. I'm starting to get out the habit of pressing R2 to skip to the next screen now. Still slip occasionally, but you know, I mean, that's what it's been for the last 2 years. It's a hard habit to break. Leaving the parts as they are. We want to go with, I think, 26 laps of fuel. Going to go with the soft tyres. Probably going to be 2-stopping this race. But again, it all depends on safety cars, etc.
Green.
Spin for Porsche right out of the blocks.
Yeah.
At Tosa, did he damage the car? So close to the barrier. I think he got away with it. Yeah, he did. I mean, we still have the gearbox issue that we knew about, but no damage to the car. That was very close. Just inches away from suspension or chassis damage there. In with the new underfloor, Porsche is still a little bit quicker than Lawson, so it's a little unfortunate. I may yet switch the underfloor over to Porsche, but I think we'll leave it on Liam. He needs that extra little impetus of pace, I think, just to perform a little better. We can just get a couple of really good results under his belt. Then I think that will do his confidence the world of good in terms of his mentality, which will boost his pace stats nicely. One thing I have noticed across a couple of different versions of my saves is that Porsche is less demanding of car performance results than Lawson as well. Maybe that's just because Lawson's a couple of years older. but he is definitely easier to please than Liam when it comes to car performance. 98%, just need to click the toe twice. Not sure which way that's going to need to go. Might call him in to have a look. Fault resolved, the issue is getting worse.
Yes, copy that.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Okay, so that is a complete contradiction there. It has got worse. Don't know why it's come up as fault resolved. Just fix it.
Yeah, I have traffic.
Lawson is now complaining about traffic when he's completely on his own. So the traffic fix hasn't really worked. It's not affecting qualifying now. It's just affecting clean running in practice. Bizarrely. And we're one click of toe away with Lawson. So we're very, very close with both cars. Let's call them both in.
Okay, copy.
Pit lane. We will stop on the mark.
We head past all the garages, all the way to the end of the pit lane. There we are. Right. So that is a 0. But everything else is right. I was right to go down to a 6 on the rear wing, on the front wing there. Which way? Well, it's only one way it can go. So there we go. That is that car to 100%. Beautiful. Might be related to the original team affiliation. I don't think so. I think it's just, you know, based on age and experience rather than which team they've driven for. What team are you running on the Switch, Anthony? Is that your McLaren save? Or are you running your own team on the Switch as well? Alright, practice is nearly done. We're ready for qualifying. No ATA this year. So, regular qualifying. Full choice of tyres, etc. I kind of liked the ATA weekends. I wonder if we'll get those back as a regulation option. We'll have to play for another couple of seasons, I think, before we'll figure that one out. Right. Do let me know the regulation changes you guys get in your saves as well, because I'd like to kind of get a picture of the kind of options that are available. Right, starting confidence looks low, but the second they get on track, it'll be fine, because their setup knowledge will double. So I'm not worried about that. And let's get ready for quali.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
Qualifying at Imola can be a tricky red flag strewn affair. Teams need to prioritise getting a banker lap in, rather than risk leaving it too late and having to settle for a subpar time.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
Oh, you saw a real contrast in detail on a couple of the staff members there. The black engineer, lots of detail in the face. The white engineer next to him, the smoothest of smooth skin you could possibly ever see. It's very, very lacking in detail there. I was like, they made some improvements to facial visualization, and then the white engineer turned around and was like, oh no, they haven't. They've just added in a couple of newer faces, that's all, I think. So let's go with that engine. We'll stick with the same ERS, that's still fine. We do need to get rid of that gearbox very quickly. That's only good for practice sessions now. We're going to go one flying lap, and we need to change the parts over here as well. So there we go. Better engine, better gearbox, and let's go out onto the track. We got Ricardo popping out earlier than everybody else as well. I did do qualifying for my Honda before I started the stream as well, and it was a rainy qualifying, and we managed to judge our times just right at the end, and we ended up qualifying second and third. Pole position, Daniel Ricciardo. Bizarrely, the leaders didn't go out at the end when the track was at its driest. Still wet, but at its driest point. And that allowed us to jump all the way up to second and third, as Ricciardo went even quicker than us. So, yeah, a bit of a shock to see Ricciardo on pole. Almost as big a shock as us being on, briefly on pole position. Oh, Lawson's complaining about track position. Is he going to spend the whole lap bitching, despite being behind his teammate?
Clear ahead. Let's get going.
We should beat that Sauber out of the pits. There we go. Right. Let's keep an eye on those split times. .23.7 and a 23.9, down 0.2. And Ricardo's gone faster than us. Second split coming up, 25.6. 25.8, so Lawson is already nearly half a second down. Now the drive for the line, let's see. Yellow flag behind us, I think. 25.5 and 25.6.
Let's take a look at the
Albon making a mistake. That's on his out lap.
and they just can't keep on the track.
So he runs a little bit
Perhaps
wide, but
little
it's not going to hurt him. Not really. It'll dampen his confidence a little bit. So we are half a second behind Daniel Ricciardo and half a second ahead of Liam Lawson there with Teo. Not too bad to be only half a second behind Ricciardo. The RB has been a pretty good car so far this season. What's a little more worrying is the fact that Lawson is half a second slower than Teo here. Let's try sending him out in some slightly clearer air. That Aston's going to pull ahead of us, so I'm not worried about that. Let's send Porsche out a bit further behind so there's no dirty air holding up either of our drivers. And see what we can do on a second run. We will be doing a third run on new tyres at the end. Porsche a little compromised on his warm-up there.
You might find more traffic. Go for it.
You can see the gap on the radar there between Lawson and the Aston. I'm not sure which one it is. Which one is it? It's Stroll. There we go. We get through nicely there. So 23.7 in the first sector for Lawson. 23.7 for Porsche. So maybe it's just a bad lap for Lawson, and now that he's got, you know, a bit of confidence, we'll see something a little better. Maybe it was the dirty air. 25.5 in the middle. Evening, Adrian. How's the car coming along? It's slowly coming along. .25.5 again, so this is a much more comparable lap here for Liam. He was 1,000th slower in the first sector, but he was 100th up in the middle sector. Well, a few hundredths up in the middle sector. 25.5 across the line. Puts him a tenth and a half ahead of Teo. Teo actually does not improve overall with a poor final sector there. So 6th and 7th right now. That is a little more elevated than I thought we were going to be. Still a lot of cars yet to set times, and I'm sure we'll see some improvements with the cars as well. Don't know if we're going to have the chance to actually get out of this session, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll prep up for the final run now, but we won't go out just yet. Still haven't got any times from the Red Bulls, and they are on track right now, but there's only 5.5 minutes to go. Both on flying laps, as is Norris. Max is absolutely crushing it right now. He's gone purple in the first two sectors. This is going to be a new fastest time. There he goes. A 1:12.4. Half a second quicker than Charles Leclerc. Norris goes second now, 3/10 behind. What about Perez? As he comes around the final corner. And he is a tenth and a half slower, so he's just about on pace We're, well, just slightly quicker than Charles Leclerc right now. And there's a big gap back to Yuki Tsunoda. We actually do have a chance of getting out of the session. That would be awesome. If we can get both cars out, that would be incredible. What do we promise? 18th and 20th. Oh, I could have gone a bit more aggressive than that based on this evidence. Although, as always, we tend to go a little better in qualifying than we do in racing. Because we can build the confidence and keep the confidence. Right, let's get ready to start moving. What do I think of the patch so far? I don't know if it's done anything really to help us at this stage. Went through the patch notes at the beginning of the stream. They are also available to view on the community tab of the channel. There's nothing substantial that really affects our save at this point in time, but will make things better, I think, for going forward further. Oscar is definitely lower than he should be. You have to say the same for Russell as well. Magnussen's definitely got room to improve, as has Gasly. I'm not sure how far the Williams are off at the moment. Porsche has got Sauber behind him, and I don't think it's close enough. No, it's not. All right then, let's keep an eye on the splits. Oh, come on! Lawson's lap is ruined, so we're just going to call him in. There's no point keeping him out now. I think Porsche's lap just got ruined at the same point. Oh, god damn. Let's see what his first split is. If it's, not, it's down. I think it's down by a fair bit as well. 23.7. He's down by pretty much a second. There's no point. There's no point wasting the tyres. He's not going to improve. We'll save them and hope that we get through. So Valtteri is on a flying lap. Gasly is out. Bottas improves. He's slower than Lawson, but he's quicker than Porsche, and that puts Porsche in trouble. Magnussen, one of the cars that has potentially ruined our chances, gets through without getting held up, I think, there by one of the Williams drivers. It is down to Kevin Magnussen, and I'm really hoping he gets held up here. Because we've got a chance to get both our cars through into the next session. I think we've got more pace than Valtteri. I think we can out-qualify him, but at the moment, I don't know if we're going to get through. Magnussen is improving. He should really be improving. This is a chance for him to get held up. Oh no, that Mercedes is on a flying lap as well. I think he's been hassled and harried all the way by Alonso there, I think. He improves to 30, knocks out Teo. That is a shame. That's so annoying. We could easily have got Porsche safe had his lap not been absolutely destroyed by Haas there. And it worked out nicely for them, didn't it? Not so much for us. We have got one car through, though. Let's see how high we can get it. Let's do a lap on these tyres. This will not be a quick lap. We're just looking to get a banker in, set a better confidence baseline. There we go. A 1:15.2, effectively a 1:15.3. I forgot to actually check how our confidence was looking in the setup. It should be 100. It is excellent stuff. Right. Just going to do one more run at the end of the session now. I want to have 2 sets of new softs available for the race in case we do go that 2-stop route there, which is currently the plan. Just trying to figure out when's the best time to go. I'm going to hit traffic no matter when I go. It's just a question of... Let's try and get out behind the Ferrari. Might help us, might hurt us. I don't know at this point. So we are just 600ths behind Valtteri Bottas at the moment, and we did that with very worn tyres, more worn than his. So that lends credence to my thoughts that we do have better pace than Valtteri. Confidence isn't too bad. But no one behind me on a flying lap about to push me out of the way. Are we just about close enough to get a slipstream off the back of that Ferrari down the main straight? Possibly. If we do, it won't be a particularly strong one, but any little bit will help. Yeah, we're not going to get a benefit. He's too far ahead. All right, so no traffic in front that's going to slow us down. That's good, because that RB in front is running its first competitive time. It's Ricardo. Just set his first sector split. It's a good lap from Oscar, putting himself up into third. Lawson has improved in the first sector. And in the middle, We are finding time, and that's to be expected. Much better confidence and much better tyres. Through the final corner. And now the drive to the line. How good a time is this going to be? Where's it going to put us? Puts us in 15th place. We're 4/10 slower than Hulkenberg, but we are 2.5 tenths quicker than Valtteri, who is on a flyer. So the best we can do is 15th. Let's see if Bottas can get past us. And he does not improve. So, there we go. We finish in 15th place. Russell is in danger. Only just got through. I don't think Hulkenberg's going to be able to knock him out, but stranger things have happened. He's a second behind, so yeah, it's highly unlikely he can find a full second on this run. He is improving, though. So he may well jump his teammate, maybe even one of the RBs as well. And he finds 4 tenths, well, 3.5 tenths, improves up to just a tenth behind his teammate, but stays in 14th place. So there's very much a gap in pace. You can see we're 8 tenths slower there, but yeah, 14th, 15th, sorry. We could have had 15th and 16th. As it is, we've got 15th and 18th. Or 15th and 17th. 15th and 17th. And Gasly, with a 3-place penalty, will be starting from the back. So he'll be starting in 22nd there. Let's have a look at the quali results. Max does take Q3. Oh, no, wait, hang on a minute. There are no Q3 times there. But they are Q3 position. Oh, no, there they are. There's the Q3 times. So Max is on pole from Checo by 700ths of a second. Then it's Norris in third, Sainz fourth, Piastri fifth, Leclerc in sixth. So once again, the top 3 teams occupying the front 3 rows. Then it is Hamilton, Stroll, Russell and Alonso. Mercedes and Aston very much locked together in terms of position and pace in occupying those places there. RB just a little bit slower tonight, couldn't quite get through. Then it's the 2 Haas cars, then Lawson, Bottas, Porsche, the 2 Alpines with Gasly to drop to the back, and then it's Zhou, Albon and Sargent.
Not long until we get going here in Italy, with 63 laps of hard-fought motor racing.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992 when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season.
Imola has no fewer than 4 chicanes, with the Variantes putting a slow-speed corner into every sector around this historic circuit. It's a high downforce track with sharp turns breaking up the straights. Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
what's my best result? 13th at Jeddah, thanks to multiple retirements. Right then, so it is going to be a 2-stop race. That is the suggested strategy, which is a second quicker than that one. Okay, so let's look at going softs at the start. And let's look at something like that. That gives me a bit of flexibility to push hard and go for an undercut. We don't really have the tyre wear in either the car or the drivers to go for a 1-stop. It's only a couple of seconds slower, but it is going to require nursing our pace. I just don't think that's the right call for us there. We will try something a little bit different here for Liam. We'll go softs to mediums to hards. There we go. And softs, hards to mediums for Teo. We are going to take 2 laps of fuel out. We're going to go a little aggressive off the line. I'm probably going to change my strategy here. No, it didn't. So soft, hard, medium, soft, medium, hard. There we go. 2 laps of fuel out. Driver options are set. We are ready to head to the grid.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. And as we look to Logan Sargent, you can see the focus and concentration.
Starting this one from 21st place puts them at such a disadvantage. They're bound to find this a difficult race.
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, we're off and running, 15th and 17th. What can we achieve? How you doing, Refill? Porsche has dropped a place, but has the inside line, but ready for Tosa, so he might get that back. I know he's dropped behind Ocon. It's tucked in, and now we've got to watch out for Zhou trying to come through. In fact, is Valtteri making a move on Liam? Let's take a look at tyres. So we're the only ones, apart from Magnussen, starting on the softs. We've lost a place already. That is not good. With both drivers, so already their confidence is going to have taken a knock. Although there is Porsche sneaking his way through. Can he hold the position? Yes, he can. Let's give him a little bit more battery. Just to close him back up to Lawson. There we go. We'll push the tyres on this lap as well, and then we'll ease them off.
Copy.
There's the confidence levels. Ricciardo has a fault very early on.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they...
No clue from the replay. We'll have to wait till he's done a lap. and then we can assess what the fault is with the info tabs.
Copy.
And we'll start pushing to make sure we stay in the DRS.
Try to keep the tires cool.
Copy.
All right, let's have a look. It's a gearbox fault for Danny Rick. It might be a temporary fault. It might be a permanent one. We'll have to see. Gearbox faults generally tend to be permanent, in my limited experience so far. But the fact that he's ahead of us and has a fault that could well continue to escalate as the race progresses, it's good, because it means it's an extra place that we can hopefully attain. If it does continue to escalate, the fact that it went this early means it's not likely to see the end of the Grand Prix. We line up a move on Valtteri, couldn't quite get it done. And I'm going to ease the battery off now. We've broken away from Ocon behind. And we'll just settle in. I want to keep a little bit of battery in reserve, if I can, so that if they start pushing, I can respond. They have already opened the pace up a little bit.
Copy.
Because Valtteri got through and is still pushing, and Magnus is going with him.
Copy that.
We're not going to get the DRS. Not on this lap.
Copy that.
Hopefully we can get back in range for the next lap.
Copy, copy.
One of your drives is going to be the death of you, Jacob. Which one?
Copy. Yeah, copy. Okay.
Did we get the DRS with Lawson? We kept it with Porsche just.
Copy, copy. Copy.
No, we didn't quite get it with Lawson. Came close, came very close, but we're out of battery now. So I might have to switch them over. still got battery available with Porsche. Oh, your generator driver. 3 straight retirements from Imola to Canada. Ouch. Oh, we have caught up.
Copy, copy. Copy.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, mate, copy. Yeah, copy.
This will give me a chance to get Lawson recharged.
Copy.
Someone else with an issue now. Oh, it's Ricardo, another fault.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Is that an engine fault?
Copy.
It's too early to see. We'll wait for the lap to finish.
Copy. Copy.
Well, Albon's pushed up onto the back of us since he got through on Ocon. 1:19.7. Yeah, he's really pushing. Right, Ricardo. It is an ERS fault. 2 faults that he's nursing right now. We are dropping off the pace a little bit. Magnussen is going hell for leather because his tyres are running out. He's going to be boxing soon. We've got a yellow flag. Who has spun? It's Ricardo. Oh, what a terrible situation for him. His race is going from bad to worse. Spins at Aqua Minerale.
Okay. Alrighty.
And he does sit there for a long time, actually. That's a little worrying. The spin at that corner could be very problematic.
Okay, copy.
Oh shit, I think I just broke away by mistake. Hopefully Lawson stayed in range.
Copy that.
No, he didn't. Bugger. Now I'm vulnerable. There we go. We kept him behind. But we have lost some ground as a result. We're going to have to
Okay,
push
copy.
to close up.
Copy. that.
Copy.
Okay, copy, copy.
So Magnussen has stayed out. This might be the last lap he stays out. He might box at the end of this one.
Copy.
Copy. Copy.
And there we go. We got him at Tosa. Can we get Lawson through as well?
Good job.
If Magnussen does stay out, he is out of DRS range. So we've got a DRS situation now for Lawson, whether Magnussen boxes or not. But if he stays out, we'll get an overtake. He's boxing. No, he's not. He just ran wide.
Okay, copy.
He ran very wide there. And Magnussen does us a solid by blocking Albon. Right, what's Valtteri's tyre situation? Oh, he's pushed those mediums hard, hasn't he? I'm surprised Magnussen is still out there.
Copy.
She just got your P6 in Spain. Well, this is the thing. Younger drivers, they're going to make mistakes. You have to take the rough with the smooth.
Copy.
I'm not expecting Bottas to box for another couple of laps, but I want to get the move done early.
You ready?
Copy.
There we go, through we go.
Copy.
And now we're going to deliberately slow the pace down just a touch. Get a little bit more battery back in the car, maybe back Valtteri up into Lawson.
Copy.
Is your car wide?
This will also help to just cook Valtteri's tyres and engine a little bit more. And there we go, Lawson now into range.
Copy, copy.
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 Come on, Teo, hold him off. Hold him off. Couldn't hold him off. Right, harvest instead.
Yes.
Let's take a look at our confidence situation. So Porsche just below starting confidence now, thanks to that overtake from Valtteri.
Copy.
Lawson just above. Gasly has got a fault. Not showing up yet. Let's check in with Ocon and Ricciardo in a second. Valtteri's trying to break away from me. Albon's catching back up again. So Ocon has a gearbox fault. Ricciardo still nursing a gearbox. His engine is cleared. And there goes Valtteri into the pits. That's a lap or two earlier than I was expecting.
Copy, copy.
Copy.
How close are we to making our stops? Very close. I'm going to box Lawson this lap. Get him on those mediums. Red flag for Anthony.
Let's push.
Copy. Copy, copy.
Copy.
And we've got a yellow flag.
Yellows, yellows.
Ricciardo's fault has just escalated as well. Magnussen has a spin and Aqua Minerale.
Sorry, man. No mistake.
And we are about to make our first pit stop.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
So that's got to be an escalation of the gearbox, because we know his engine problem cleared up after just a couple of laps. 2.53, that's a pretty good stop. Lawson should undercut Porsche now.
Copy.
We come out in 20th place behind Valtteri, but ahead of Sargent and Magnussen.
Pit lane.
And in we come. Albon's going to go another lap, so we'll get an undercut on Albon. Should open up a nice little gap now before he boxes, hopefully. Ricciardo down in 16th place still, trying to get back past Gasly. I say that gearbox is now orange after just 16 laps, so I don't think Ricciardo's going to see the end of this Grand Prix. That's a 2.9 second stop. That's not quick at all. Here comes Lawson. Let's get out of his way.
Copy. Time overtaken.
Team orders are in place till further notice. Can I overtake him? No! Of course not, I just said no. You still haven't figured out how to do a successful undercut. Well, the basic premise of doing the undercut is you've got to be close within a couple of seconds. You've got to push like crazy on the in lap and then push like crazy on the out lap. But we're going for a more, measured undercut. It's usually good to have battery available so you can sprint the car when it's back out. Are we about to get lapped by Verstappen? Holy shit, we are. That is not good. Let's get these tyres up to temp and push.
Get these tires back up to 10.
Don't want to lose time getting blue flagged. I don't think we're going to be able to hold him off anyway. He's doing 119s at the moment. Just about on the edge of the blue flags at the moment. I can't keep this pace up though. I'm gonna get blue flagged probably by the end of the lap. Let's actually, if we're gonna get blue flagged,
Okay.
let's get blue flagged so we can get DRS.
Temperature's looking stable.
Copy, copy. Copy.
Not sure if we got it in time. I think we do. I think that curb is the start of the DRS detection. I think. So we might have got it. Let's have a look. Yes, we did. We just got it. So we've got out in front of Joe. We've kept position there.
Copy, copy.
So how far behind Albon are we right now? 21 seconds, so that's about a pit stop. It's pretty close.
Copy.
We took 3 seconds out of him. Maybe it's a bit more, maybe it's about 24 seconds for a pit stop here. Sargent's pushing to close in on Teo. Getting that blue flag certainly did not help. We are closing in on Valtteri. There we go. Pace normalised against Logan now. Got a whole bunch of cars coming through though. That's an escalation of Ocon's fault.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
He might not finish the race either now. But yeah, we've got a whole bunch of traffic coming through. This is what's right behind Porsche. Perez and Piastri squabbling with the two Ferraris and Norris right behind as well. This 5-car train is coming up to us. You just saw a glimpse of us there. There we are. That's Porsche that just disappeared through Tosa. This pack is going to hit us very soon. Perez is going to box though, so it's one less car to deal with. Unfortunately, Piastri, Sainz, Leclerc and Norris are going to be out there for a while yet. So they may well blue flag us. Sargent is closing the gap down again, taking a second out of us. Gasly's into the pits. We should get out comfortably ahead of Gasly, who's going for soft tyres. And Perez is in. Sargent goes flying past us there. So that'll knock our confidence again a little bit. We'll get that place back. Gasly's fault has escalated as well now.
Have some vibration.
He is getting lapped at the moment. Let's go drop him a bit further back. But there is Oscar.
Copy.
I think I saved a little bit too much battery there. I think Sargent just dropped us. Bugger.
Copy that.
That was silly. Right, a couple of tenths quicker than Valtteri that last lap. We are hauling in Ocon and Ricciardo by a couple of seconds a lap. 2.5 seconds to Ocon. We did miss the DRS. And there is Piastri and the Ferraris. They are very, very close there as we exit Tamburello. Norris there as well. It's a 4-car train that's closing on us very quickly. You got a regulation change. The last race worth double points. Okay. So that's still in the game then, the double points. We know we've got the high speed, low speed that I've got here. So that hasn't changed either. Do, as I say, let me know when you come up to regulation changes in your own save so we can try and compile a list of the options that are there in the game. As we try to get past Sargent here. I hear the car maxing out there. Just squeeze our way through.
Copy.
There we go.
Great job, mate.
New fastest lap for Sergio Perez, 1:18.6. So just 2.5 seconds quicker than Lawson's doing. 2 seconds quicker than Pourchaire's doing, with full battery deployment and DRS. I just need to try and survive another couple of laps. The Ferraris and are looking very, very squidgy on tyres right now. Hopefully Sainz boxes this lap. Leclerc's going to need to box in a lap or so as well. Piastri can maybe go a couple more. Norris is going to be the problem.
Try to get him. Get him. Come on.
Really don't want to get blue flagged. Come on. on. That's so close. We are so close to blue flagging me here.
Copy.
Go, 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 go.
Copy.
All right, Science is into the pits. That's one less car chasing us down.
Good job.
Opened up just a little bit of an extra gap to Piastri. That's a temporary measure. Lawson is dropping behind Bottas again. Slow lap for Lawson there. Oh, he got lapped. That's why Max got through him. So we're going to see Leclerc box this lap. Are we going to see Oscar box as well? Right, Leclerc's in. Oscar isn't, so Oscar's going to another lap. Ricardo's in. Pushing these tyres a little harder than I want to, but I'm just desperately trying to stay ahead of the McLarens right now. We'll lose so much time getting blue flagged here. And they're going to get me this lap. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold them back.
Okay, copy, copy.
Push, Teo. Push.
You just got the pavement. Let's put pressure.
Ah, there's the blue flag. And we only just stay ahead of Alex Albon as a result. That's what I really didn't want to happen. At least we'll get DRS. Piastri's gone another lap.
Copy, copy.
Come on, come on, come on, yes!
Copy.
Right, now we have to defend like crazy. Oh, and Sargent blocked off Alex.
Copy.
Now
We just saw that behind us.
Here. So here we go, heading into turn one. It's
So we got the
certainly
move
inviting.
done. And then there, Sargent just
And that sees them
squeezes
move to
Alex,
50.
and then he goes again into Tamburello, and Alex gets squeezed a second time. And now we have a chance. Can I stay? I'm going to push the tyres like crazy. Can I stay with Norris on this lap? In fact, no, it's Piastri. Norris has already gone through into second, so Oscar's pace has struggled a little bit. Lawson's pace back to being quicker than Valtteri now that Valtteri's been lapped him as well. Please give me the DRS off Norris here. And I need it to defend against the Williams
Now, there's been an
cars.
issue in the pits.
Problem for Hulkenberg. Oh man, how long was that stop? The replay cut away before they even released the car. And he's out now, but that's going to cost him a huge amount of time. Lawson whizzes through. Norris is boxed. Porsche did get the DRS to protect against the two Williams cars. Now I've got to turn those tyres right down again. We've really pushed them hard. Sargent is still holding off Albon. We're going to give some battery here.
Copy.
I thought I'd turn the tyres all the way down. I hadn't done. All right.
Copy.
Oh, Albon finally gets through at Acqua Minerale. He's been threatening to do that. And he finally punches his way through, and he's straight onto us, look. Yeah, he's going to go flying past us here. I'm not going to be able to stop this.
Copy, copy.
I fought as hard as I can for as long as I can without severely compromising the rest of this stint. It's not a done deal just yet. Now it is. But if we can stay with Alex, even for a lap, that will hopefully bring us away from Sargent. Lawson's battery push is enabling him to close up to Valtteri a little bit. Hulkenberg is going to be coming through in a very fast sense pretty soon. I wonder, can I convert this? Really, our tyres is the better way to go. Just don't have a high enough smoothness rating or brake cooling level yet. Next year, we can look at a soft medium.
Copy.
A bit of refreshment there. Been another hot one today. Windows open, fan on, getting a nice exhausting of the heat out of the room now. How you doing, Harvey? Right, so we couldn't stay with Alex. No real surprise. Hards against softs. Sargent is back with us. And we can't really fight any harder than we are doing. As I say, we push the tyres as much as I really can without compromising the rest of the stint. Haven't really got any battery left. Can't push fuel. And I need to stop pushing the battery because that's now empty. Again, we don't have enough life in the tyres to really push the tyres that much. Hulkenberg is going to catch and pass us, but we're doing fine in terms of position.
Slow pit stop there.
Not Magnussen, Hulkenberg. Speaking of Magnussen, though, more problems in the pit lane for Haas.
So we had a slow pit stop or what?
Will I at some point manage a team like Red Bull, Ferrari or Mercedes? I don't know. I don't know whether or not we'll be riding this team all the way through to the end, or whether we will at some point cut them loose and join a competitor. But we're going to be with these guys for a few years at least. I'm not leaving till I've won at least one championship in each category, drivers and constructors. Ideally, you know, not until we've done at least the double in one season. So, big loss of confidence there for Lawson because he was overtaken. We'll see if we can at least rebuild the battery now while we're tucked up behind him. It might help us close up to Valtteri as well. If we can stay with him, that is the question. Porsche still holding off Sargent. Let's take a look at... well, actually, let's wait till the end of the lap so we can get a look at Zhou's fault as well. It's a new one. We stayed close enough for the DRS.
Copy.
Let's just save a couple of % on the deployment there.
Copy.
And then hope we can get back in by the end of the straight. We are actually now into our window. Push the tyres a little bit more now that we are into the window, or just outside the window. I don't think we're going to be able to stay with Evan. Sargent has dropped off because we've been lapped by Max again. But he will look to come back at us. His tyres are in pretty rough shape. Right, Zhou has crossed the line now, so let's take a look at the faults. So, start with Zhou. He's got an ERS fault that might clear up. That is the current state of Ricciardo. So, I'm expecting his gearbox to pack in pretty soon. Who else had a fault? Gasly, his gearbox also looking very, very bad right now. And so is Ocon, also with a serious fault with his gearbox. So we don't know about Zhou, but we can definitely see problems for Ricciardo and both of the Alpines. And all three of them at risk of retiring here. There's still 31 laps to go. Hülkenberg's already caught and passed Valtteri. Max is already through, I think. Yeah, there he is. No, wait, that's Porsche we're looking at. There is... there we go. So Max is coming through on the back of us. Still got Sargent in play. I thought Max was in front of us. Is that Perez that's coming up behind us? Oh, yellow flag. So Max is coming up to lap Lawson. Sargent runs wide. That takes a little bit of pressure off of... oh, we got pulled over for the Ferraris.
Just running wide. Really? They must be careful.
He's going to get gobbled up by the McLaren as well. Lawson with Albon all over him. And Albon is going to go through with the DRS as well. Yeah, those soft tyres just got more pace than us. Here comes Max as well. Now Perez has got an issue.
The vibrations are a bit extreme.
As Gasly is into the pits. Don't think this is a retirement. This is just a scheduled stop, I believe. Mechanics are out for him. And that's hard tyres to go to the end, if the car will let him go to the end. But with Perez developing a fault, it's looking like it's going to be another comfortable win for Max. Speaking of Perez, there he is with the two Ferraris in tow.
Copy. Copy.
Valtteri's into the pits. I'm going to box at the end of this lap. Hopefully I can stay ahead. Perez into the pits. So hopefully I can stay ahead of the Ferraris on this lap and avoid getting blue flagged. Porsche has got out or gone through ahead of Valtteri for now. There he is. Didn't seem to be a quick stop. He's dropped behind Ricciardo. He's only just ahead of his teammate. He's on hard tyres. That's him to the end of the Grand Prix now. Can we stay ahead of Ferraris? I think we can. Why don't they make the car upgrade visible? In what way?
Copy.
There we go. We lost a little bit of time there, but nothing substantial. Not like it would have been had we been caught by both the Ferraris and the McLarens. We would have lost a good 5-6 seconds there. So we just about managed to get back to the pits in time. Valtteri will probably still get out in front of us. That's not a quick stop. Yeah, here comes Valtteri. He's already gone through. Joe's about to go through as well.
Oh, it looks like a pit stop issue.
And the Astons are going through as well. And there goes Perez. So we haven't got to get... we've been quite lucky there because we got the blue flags right at the entrance to the pit lane and right at the exit of the pit lane. So that has had minimal impact on our pace. Get these tyres up to temperature quickly. I don't want to suffer too much. Oh, God damn it. Let's get the pace up quickly and straight into the wall.
There's a yellow flag now.
Don't be a retirement. He's going again. So we've damaged the front wing. It's only minor damage. We'll have to live with it. Didn't damage the tyres too much, only a couple of % on that, but that is frustrating. Sargent has boxed. Like when you upgrade your side pods and rear wing and stuff like that. Maybe at some point in the future we will have an option like that. Again, this is probably a long way down the road. The car visuals are pretty much locked in. You know, even when the teams make upgrades in real life, in the first year of the 2022 game, we did get one patch which gave us updated visuals, and then we didn't get one at all last year. I'm not expecting us to get one this year either. So
Yeah, copy that.
it's a lot of extra coding and stuff to redesign the cars. I have no issue with the visuals of the car not changing, when you put an upgrade on. Oh, Norris has an issue now. So Lawson's race just got a lot tougher. We only need to get him into 18th. So he's only a couple of places behind where he needs to be. Ocon is still going to box. Joe's going to box. Ricciardo is hopefully going to retire. Albon still needs to box, but I think that ship has sailed now, given our damage. we'll have to see whether or not we can do this. But say Ocon and Ricciardo are both likely retirement candidates. Speaking of Ricciardo, there he is, right behind us. Ah, that's the worst thing, though. That's destroyed his confidence. Shit. Let's turn that off now.
Copy.
Go harvest for a little bit of extra battery.
Copy, copy.
Just about hanging on to medium confidence. We may have lost the DRS. We did. I shouldn't have gone into harvest. I should have stayed in top up. I didn't think he would blitz past us that quickly like that once he got through.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
I've got a pretty much full battery. It's not quite full, but it's not far off. That will allow us to unleash some real pace on the mediums. We are absolutely cruising up to Ocon here. Had the grip, but not the determination. That's why. Just the confidence is so low. Oh yeah, he's backing out in all the corners here. Albon's into the bits. Valtteri got through.
Come on.
It's frustrating. And there we go, we'll go flying. Oh, he tried to squeeze us there. The move is done. And now we're going to break away from him.
Let's have a look at that. Now here we are tackling turn 3. The opportunity begging to be taken. And moves up a place into 19th.
So one more position needed to fulfill the sponsor obligation. Our lap times are going to be terrible for a while with our confidence so low, but that will have helped. Not a huge amount, but it did help a little bit. That's our current stats in the 70s there. Not great. Personal best sectors will help as well. There's another little increase in confidence. .118.0, so good time there. 4.7 seconds quicker than Ocon's time. And we took a little bit out of the gap to Sargent. I am hopeful we can still catch and pass Sargent. There go the Astons, so we get blue flagged again. We're going to go one more lap.
Floor back, come on, let's push.
First season should be its own challenge not to break the cost cap. We're not even going to get close to the cost cap, I think. No, we're going to get into a lot of debts. You know, if we're not careful. But I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the cost cap. I mean, I think our total funding for the season is only like 60, 70 million. Cost cap's nearly double that. Right, how's Lawson getting on? 19th, down to the 120s. Zhou not lapping quick at the moment. Yeah, Zhou's going to be boxing. And we've got almost a pit stop on him. We've got about 20 seconds on him at the moment. So he will come back at us. Still 21 laps to go, including this one. And we do avoid getting lapped by Lewis or blue flagged by Lewis. That's good. That's a little bit less time lost. Need a good stop now for Teo. .8. Not a great stop. Sargent's gone through. Joe's gone through. Here comes Lawson.
Copy, mate.
And there goes Max again.
1.4 ahead.
So 20 laps to go. Because we are now 2 laps down. Perez's fault has escalated.
I have some vibrations.
What is Norris's fault? Let's have a look. So gearbox for Norris, he should make it. Perez also gearbox, so that's now got to serious. And we know everyone else there on gearbox issues as well. Gearbox is definitely taking a pounding tonight. Surprised we haven't had a retirement from Ricciardo yet. His car started playing up in like lap 2, lap 3, something like that. So he's still going. He's still putting in some decent times as well, 119s.
Temperatures are looking okay.
It's a long way back from Hulkenberg though. Here come the blue flag squad again. I'm not going to let Porsche do a straight overtake because I do not want to hurt his confidence any more than it's already been damaged. The plan is going to be to try and pull Porsche along, or pull Lawson along with Porsche. At the very least, to try and protect him from behind. Joe is about 18 seconds behind us on soft tyres, so he will be closing quickly. And if I can get Lawson lapping at a quicker pace while his confidence is still recovering, that will be very good for us. Don't know how well he's going to be able to sit in the dirty air though with that slight damage to the front wing. That might compromise his ability to stay with Porsche. Plus he's on slower tyres and they are more worn out as well. So it's going to be tricky, but we'll do the best we can to manage the situation. I do want to start pushing Porsche, but I need Lawson's pace to pick up just a touch more first. Need to make sure he is going to be safe from pressure behind. See, we are struggling to stay with him at the moment. Yeah, there we go. I think we might just have snuck back in. But we don't have much battery left, so we can't really do that again. Oh, we can just about do it for one more lap. Take a look at the pace of the cars in front. We are lapping a little bit slower than the Williams drivers at the moment. We're lapping quicker than Valtteri. We've got much better tyres than Valtteri. Assuming that Valtteri isn't going to stop again, we will catch and pass him at this rate. I think, I hope. Although these blue flags will not help that situation much. Want to get this one extra lap in. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to brake with Porsche.
Copy.
Try and avoid getting blue flagged with him for a little while if I can. I've done the best I can for Lawson, but I can't keep him with Porsche anymore. He doesn't have the battery for it. Magnussen has an issue. That makes things a bit more interesting. Sounds like you do. Is he about to get lapped by his teammate? I think he is. He's about to get lapped by Nico. And Joe gets past Gasly, so he's only 18 seconds behind now, and we're about to lose a whole chunk of time as we get blue flagged into oblivion here. There goes the first Ferrari. Here comes the second one. We'll get DRS. And we'll get blue flag again for Norris. And now we'll get a slipstream as well as DRS. Porsche, meanwhile, taking 3.5 seconds out of Sargent on that lap. I think that might have been when he got lapped as well. That either happened at the end of the last lap or beginning of this one. Not sure yet. But we have closed the gap significantly. I want to try and get as close as I can before the Ferraris hit us. Just trying to speed up the process of Piastri getting through and get battery in the car at the same time here. If we're lucky, we'll get DRS off of Oscar as well. Depends on where he catches us. I'm not sure if we managed to get him before across the line. We're out of battery, so we're going to top up mode. Ricciardo now into the pits. Soft tyres. And he's still ahead of us, but only just. How is he still out there?
Recover it, okay?
Right, we've got a gap now. No more blue flags until Perez, who is a long way back. He's another 22 seconds or so behind us. So that should be good now for the rest of the race. Perez's pace is definitely struggling a little bit. We're on for 17th and 18th right now. It's not as what I was hoping for, but it is still good enough for our race targets. Probably should have gone a bit more aggressive on the targets with Porsche, but again, it's guaranteeing money coming in rather than gambling and only getting some of the money. Zhou is now 10.5 seconds behind, just over 10 seconds behind us. He is definitely closing in on Lawson. Those blue flags certainly helped him. See what our pace is like once we get a lap of clear running. 120 for Lawson now. That's more like it. So I hope that we've done enough. Valtteri's pace is still slow. He's not been blue flagged this lap. Let's see what he does when he crosses the line. He's just coming out of the final turn now. He's still a long way ahead of us. There's a 120.7. Lawson has already dealt with these, this chasing pack, but now we're going to have to deal with it with Teo. One 19.0 for Porsche. So we are still closing that gap. It's a big gap though, unfortunately. It's about 21 seconds to Valtteri. We might not catch him. So it looks as though 17th and 18th is the best we can do, bar retirements. I have to say, I'm amazed that Ricciardo is still going. And with decent pace as well. I am kind of tempted to box for share, because we'll get out in front of Magnussen just. And then onto a fresh set of softs to hold off Show. But, I mean, it's Lawson that needs the pace. He's 15 seconds behind Teo now. I can't box him without dropping behind Joe. And Gasly. I'll have the pace to get back past Gasly. I don't think I will to get past Show. What's his tyres like? 66% against R57. He's still behind Magnussen. They are closing us down, and it's not an ideal situation, but we'll see what happens. You're through to Q2. Congrats, Anthony. It's nice when you get out of Q3, isn't it? We almost made it with both cars tonight. Almost. Unfortunately, as is usually the case, our race pace has not lived up to our quali pace because of confidence issues. It's much easier to get high confidence and keep it in qualifying than it is in racing. At least at the start, anyway. Eight laps to go. We're okay on tyre wear against the prediction because we've got 2 laps less to do on the tyres. So we can visualise that by just... Oh, no, I can't. I was going to say we could have visualised that by moving the stop forward two laps, but we're okay. We will come in pretty much, according to that, around the 30-35% mark. Magnussen's issue has got worse. That's excellent news, considering he's been closing us down.
Lots of power.
But it does mean Joe's now likely to get through. And he does. Immediately. And now my worry is that Joe's going to hook onto the back of Hulkenberg. What's Hulkenberg's pace? 1:19.6. Yeah, Joe's going to come at us now with a vengeance. That was us just disappearing underneath the Pirelli bridge there. It's going to be a nervy finish here for Lawson. Spend a little bit of our battery, but not all of it. We need to keep some in reserve. We are 2 laps down, so I can also push the fuel now. I'm only 3.5 seconds behind Sargent, although I did just lose a bit of time. Again, 2 laps down, so I can push the fuel here as well.
Copy.
Sargent's got blue flanked by one of the Ferraris. There's the other one going through. Can we get him? Nearly. Let's get him on the main straight. Oh, we've got so much better tyres than him. So we will get 16th, and if Ricciardo does end up retiring, which I'm amazed his car is still going, then we will get 15th as well, which would be nice. Joe now 6 seconds behind Lawson.
try to do a basic cannon.
Lovely stuff. We sweep our way through.
Copy.
Can we now break away and go hunting down
Good job, okay?
the cars in front? Gap to Ricardo is now a little bit
Let's
less.
see what happened there. Right, so this was the fourth corner. It's there for the taking.
A lovely move up the inside through Tamburello.
And the overtake is made.
We're not fuel limited. We're 2 laps down. We're fine.
Same fuel.
Copy.
So we're about 13 and a half, 14 seconds behind Valtteri. The gap has come down a bit. We have been lapping quicker, but I don't think we've got enough laps left. So I make sure I get well clear of Logan. There we go.
Copy.
Oh, did I just get close enough to get DRS off the Ferrari? Oh, please say I did. Yes, nice. That will help. That will definitely help. Joe is now 5 seconds behind Lawson. 8 laps to go. No, 7 laps to go. Six laps to go. I'll get it right in the end. 6 laps to go. And the gap now down to just over 4 seconds. Still got faster, grippier tyres with more life in them than we do. And we've left Sargent for dead. But he got blue flagged again for Norris. So did we get the DRS the second lap? Not quite. I'm going to push the tyres to the end now.
Okay, we need to push a bit more.
Let's see if I can stay ahead of Norris. Norris did a 1:17.8, so it's unlikely that we can keep ahead of him. If I can just get back onto that Ferrari, I'll lose a lot of time behind the 2 McLarens. You know, by being blue flagged.
Copy.
Joe 3.5 seconds behind. He's getting closer every lap. Magnussen's been left for dead. Joe is using Hulkenberg to Trojan horse his way up to the back of us here.
Copy. Copy.
The reason I want to try and stay close to the Ferraris is if they can catch and blue flag Ricciardo and or Valtteri, I can try and capitalise on that. But if I get caught and passed by the McLarens, I'm going to lose that opportunity. 4 laps to go. Let's push the tyres a little bit now, because Joe is getting close. And if I get blue flagged for Hulkenberg, Joe will just go straight through. Need to hang on to 18th place, or else we're going to lose some cash.
Copy, copy.
The Ferraris are about to catch Ricciardo. And Riccardo's pace might be hanging on because he's hanging on to the back of Yuki here. Where are their McLarens? Oh, they're close. They're too close. I don't like that. 2.5 seconds. Oh, God.
Copy.
Come on, we've got 3 laps to go. Can we hang on? There is my blue flag. Ricciardo has been blue flagged,
Okay.
I think.
Okay, copy.
No, he hasn't. Not yet. Damn it. 1.5 seconds. Joe's trying to unlap himself. He smells blood.
Copy.
Alright, so one Ferrari gets through. Unfortunately, Ricciardo has got away with being lapped in a very advantageous position. Because he's got DRS on the back of the Ferrari. And that's put him out of reach.
4 laps.
Copy.
Ah, so annoying. Is that enough of a gap? Please be enough of a gap. We've got 2 laps to go. And if, like I said, if I get blue flagged, I'm instantly losing the position to Joe, because Joe will slip through right behind. I'm getting lapped. Or is that me lapping? Ah, I think I've just lapped. Yeah, I have. I've just lapped one of the Alpines.
Try to keep the tires cool.
Ricciardo is back behind Tsunoda again. He's too far ahead. I'm not going to catch him. So that's frustrating. All right, 16th of this. Ricciardo is going to make it. He's going to survive, it would seem. Next question now is, can Lawson survive? There's Hulkenberg.
3 laps.
Copy.
Just going to bring that car home now. We'll let the Alpine go through.
Copy.
Unlap himself. From us, anyway. He'll have to blue... He'll just get blue flagged and pulled over again in a moment, I imagine. And say Ricciardo's now 8 seconds clear of us, so... Yeah, not going to catch him, unfortunately. He's been able to nestle in on the slipstream of his teammate, pull him along. He's been putting a lot of extra, hot, dirty air in through his gearbox there, but hasn't killed it. He has somehow
Max
looked out of
Verstappen
it,
over the finish line,
or looked his way
and
through it.
today's winner.
Max is going to win again.
And
It's going to be another
Verstappen
comfortable
finishes
victory for
first.
Verstappen. Well on his way to winning the title.
Just amazing. I think that's a race that people will be talking about for years to come.
That's 6 wins now, I think, plus 2 sprint wins. We are just about going to hold off Hulkenberg. Tsunoda's got a fault now, ironically. Race is over though, so it doesn't really matter. Porsche crosses the line in 16th place, beating his target of 20th comfortably. Lawson is going to hang on just and bring it home in 18th to match his sponsor requirement. and we managed to beat Zhou just. There was Hulkenberg. If we'd had another lap, I think we'd have been caught and passed. Oh, just about surviving there. And we're just waiting on Magnussen to cross the line now. There he is. So we've made a bit of forward progress in terms of finishing positions, but the caveat is better engines, no faults. The confidence is still the problem.
Valtteri Bottas there, coming back
The biggest
to the
problem.
team now.
Valtteri's still wearing his helmet, you know,
no points and lots to
in a
think
very
about.
weird position. Maybe it's his mullet. Maybe he's got his mullet tucked up and it's providing
And no doubt,
extra padding.
Verstappen fans will be
Can't put his
celebrating
helmet
the
down
Dutchman's
properly.
achievements.
Six wins now in this season, they're not flagging. A mighty impressive victory.
Yeah, that's where I heard a couple of boos in the crowd
Well,
there.
Formula One certainly feels at home in Italy, and it looks like those three feel right at home too.
So despite the disappointment of Max winning, it's a good day for Ferrari at one of their two home tracks, getting a double podium there.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them.
I was waiting for the
We saw
mixed
one
results.
driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
Yeah.
And that's about it for our time here in Imola.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us
really
at the
hoping
renowned
that
city circuit of
Lawson would
Monaco.
finish ahead of
Prepare
Porsche tonight.
yourselves for one of the most legendary
Just to give him a bit
rounds
more
of the
confidence.
season.
Bit more of a morale boost for the mentality hub, but that is not the case. Let's take a look then at the final confirmation of the results. It is Max with win number 6 from 7 Grand Prix, plus 2 sprint wins. He is on cruise control for the title right now. Sainz up 2 places to take second, Leclerc up 3 to take third and the fastest lap. So really strong afternoon for Ferrari. Norris down into 4th ahead of his teammate Oscar in 5th. Perez, disappointing race for him, in 6th place, although he did have quite a severe gearbox issue towards the end of the Grand Prix there. Alonso up 3 places to take 7th place ahead of teammate Stroll. Neither of the Mercedes doing a great job today, finishing 9th and 10th, the last 2 points positions, and also they were the first cars to be lapped. Lance, the last car on the lead lap there. Then it was Tsunoda ahead of Hulkenberg. Albon, a good race for him, up 7 places to finish 13th. Then Bottas in 14th. Ricciardo 15th. How that car survived, I do not know. Developing a fault as early as it did. Let's have a look at exactly when that fault kicked in for Daniel Ricciardo. Was it lap 2 or lap 3? It was lap 2. His gearbox started playing up on lap 2. He also had a brief engine issue for a couple of laps as well, and yet still he managed to survive all the way through to the end there. So a good result for Ricciardo, all things considered. Porsche in 16th, up 1 place from where he started in qualifying. Sargent up 4 places, good result for him as well. Lawson down 3, disappointment. That little bit of contact that we had with the wall, unfortunately, damaged the wing, which didn't help, and completely killed his confidence, which was the worst possible result. Zhou in 19th, we just about managed to hold him off at the end there by about a second or so, second and a half. Then it was Magnussen in 20th, not a great race for him, and with some faults in his car as well. And the Alpines trying to shake themselves to pieces, both finishing 3 laps down with severe gearbox problems. Into the driver's standings then, it's 184 points now for Max Verstappen, 60 points clear of Lando Norris, who is still in 2nd place. Carlos Sainz in 3rd has closed the gap by 6. He's now 15 behind Lando. Leclerc moves above Oscar by 5 points into 4th place on 90. And then Piastri is now 5 points ahead of Perez, having outscored him by a couple of points tonight. once again, we have that really big gap down to the rest of the field. 7th place, Lewis Hamilton on 35 points, 10 clear of Yuki Tsunoda in 8th. Alonso moves above George Russell by 3 points onto 19. Stroll closes the gap to Russell, 3 points behind now on 13th in 11th there. Then it's Ricciardo in 12th. And then the non-scorers, it's Hulkenberg from Ocon, Albon, Porsche, Bottas climbing 3 places after another strong finish for him in 14th. Sargent in 18th, Magnussen 19th, Joe in 20th, Lawson stays 21st, and Gasly stays 22nd. In the constructors' standings, it is 33 points for Red Bull. They're on 264 points now. They are 55 points clear of McLaren, stretching the gap by another 11 points tonight. Ferrari do close the gap to McLaren by 12. They are now just 10 points behind on 199 in 3rd place. McLaren in 4th on 51 points. They are being gradually caught by Aston Martin. The gap is 19 points, but they were outscored by 7 tonight. And Aston moving 2 points clear of RB, who failed to score tonight. No points for Haas. They stay 7th. Alpine in 8th. Williams are in 9th. We stay 10th. Sauber stay 11th. Into the pit stop competition. Once again, we got one of our cars in there with a 2.5 second stop. We are picking up points, just not as consistently as I would like. But it's all going towards some kind of reward in terms of prize money at the end of the season. McLaren with the quickest stop, a 2.31 against Perez's 2.36. Ferrari 5 thousandths slower in 3rd with a 2.365. Then it's Alpine on 2.4, Haas 2.48. Sauber getting both cars in there. What a difference a simulated season makes, or a virtual season makes against reality. Let's not forget, at the beginning of this year in Bahrain, both of Sauber's stops were horrendous. Multiple seconds lost for both cars, and their pit stops were terrible for the first few races. They have definitely improved here, picking up 12 points tonight. We get 6 points in 7th with Lawson's time. Aston will pick up a couple of points with Fernando, and Ricciardo gets a point for RB. So let's have a look at the new standings. There we go. Red Bull top with 180 points, 64 points clear of McLaren in 2nd. Alpine move up into 3rd, 7 ahead of Aston Martin. Ferrari move into 5th place, 14 points clear now of RB. And Williams stays 7th, no points for them tonight. Sauber are now just a point behind them with 39 points in 8th. We pick up a few extra points, we're on 31. A little bit of a gap opening up over Mercedes now. We are 9 points clear of them as they sit in 10th on 22 points, just 2 ahead of Haas, who picked up 10 points tonight, despite getting some horrendous stops that we saw. They still somehow managed to score pretty decent points tonight. So it's quite close here at the bottom in a couple of little brackets there. Very close between Mercedes and Haas right now. Very close between Sauber and Williams. We're kind of floating in between those two little competitions there. Let's see if we can hopefully step forward up a little bit more. The slowest time for the top 10 was a 2.6. We weren't even close with Porsche, 2.9, 2.833. And that second stop for Lawson was not good. So just that one stop worthy of points tonight. We do make 620 grand though, which is very much needed. I was banking on getting some money tonight because we need it for manufacturing, and we have got some money, so that's good. It just won't go very far, unfortunately. All right then, let's take a look at our inbox. Our car was not suited to the track given its poor medium speed, and looking at the rest of the grid, our car underperforms on everything. The Monaco Grand Prix will need solid low speed performance. Our car is crap, so we knew about that. We'll check out the aero results in a minute. In terms of strategy, we expected to finish in 21st, and our best position was 16th, so we were above target. Best strategy for the race was a one stop. Yeah, if you have excellent brake cooling / tyre management as it is now, and good smoothness ratings on your drivers, maybe, but for us, not a chance. Finally, an update on Williams, who are one of our rivals. Their car has better low-speed performance than ours, so they are going to do better at Monaco than us. They also have a very, very talented driver in Albon and just a better car overall. So, yeah, we're not going to be beating Williams tomorrow. No surprise there. A little recommendation on Casper. Let's take a look at our aero results. We knew about the front wing was going to be destroyed because we damaged it in the race. Underfloor has failed. That isn't good. That was a brand new... Oh, no, wait, hang on. That was Porsche. That was the old underfloor. That's okay, then. That's okay. I can live with that. Right. We've advanced through to Monaco. We've got a couple of other things we need to check. Let's just check the feature results first of all. Interesting. The podium goes to Bortoleto, Crawford and Pepe Marti. No sign of Behrman or Kimi. Take a look at the full results for F2. So in the sprint, Antonelli won the sprint ahead of Staniek and Bortoleto and Marti, all getting quite good places. Behrman down in 7th place there. And then in the race itself, Antonelli 4th, Behrman 6th. So as far as the standings go, that should still be Behrman at top. Antonelli will be closing in though, I think. In fact, Antonelli does go top just by 6 points from Behrman. Bortoleto now up into 3rd place with a big points haul for him tonight. You can see 1 win, 2 sprint wins for Kimi, 2 wins, 1 sprint win for Behrman, and Bortoleto with his first win, podium number 4 for the young McLaren protege. Crawford also doing quite well there for Aston, and Marti has gained a few points and places tonight as well, moving above Fittipaldi, who I thought was in the Red Bull Junior program, but not according to this. I could have sworn he signed for it. Maybe it was only a 1-year deal. Maybe he's no longer in their camp. There you see Hajar is languishing down in 7th, a long way off. Surprised he isn't doing better. In reality, he is crushing F2 this season. 4 wins for him this season now in F2. Right, let's check in with the board. What did the board think of our last results? They were satisfied. Progress is being made. We've had one happy result, and that was completely out of our control because just everybody threw themselves into the barrier. They were satisfied with Imola. It's definitely progress from 4 disappointed results in a row, but we do need a bit more confidence, unfortunately. We have 930 grand in the bank. Can we afford a boardroom upgrade? Not really. That's going to wipe us out. We don't have any major negativities, which is good. Everyone is kind of neutral right now. Let's swap over that underfloor. I do actually have the new one now as well, so we'll slap that onto Porsche's car as well. They'll both be running the same spec now for the next race. Do I want to risk a new suspension? Or do I want to hang on to that? I'm going to give that to Lawson and hope he doesn't destroy it. If he does, we will have one other suspension we can roll back to. It's not an ideal situation at the moment. Side pod's now medium risk. Car 1 and for car 2 as well. So we need to start building side pods and pretty damn quick. But we are still locked into spare part manufacturing. I'm going to have to take one of those off and just hope we don't destroy one of our underfloors. I can now go ahead and make an extra suspension or two. Let's go with two, so that we'll have a couple of spares. And when this finishes in 3 days, which will be the Monday, so day we get back to the factory, we'll be able to then start putting some side pods into production. Hopefully we've got enough of a gap before we get to Canada. Let's have a look. Yes, we've got a 2-week gap, so that will give me time to get at least one side pod manufactured, maybe two, but probably only the one. At least that way we'll have a spare on hand to replace if one fails. If they both fail, we're in trouble. But actually, do I still have the older side pod? I think I might still have the older one in stock as a last resort. I do. I have got the old one in reserve, but you can see how much performance we would lose by rolling back. Our side pod was a pretty good upgrade for downforce and a fair bit for speed and acceleration. You know, so don't really want to roll back, but we might have to. It's not a great situation in terms of our spare parts. I'm going to need to make more front wings again soon as well. And it's going to be a wet race at Monaco. It's going to be wet practice and then light rain on the race itself, dry qualifying. That's going to put us on the back foot because our adaptability ratings not amazing. Porsche should be fine. Lawson will struggle a little bit. Maybe it's better that I put that new suspension onto Porsche instead. He's hopefully less likely to make a mistake. Let's look at control ratings. Oh no, with the 86 control, I want to keep that on Lawson. He's less likely to hit the wall and break it. I say that having seen Lawson be the only one of our drivers to damage a car part this weekend, but we'll put our faith in Lawson. And that is it for tonight's racing. Before I go, I did say I would show off my Honda team to anyone who was curious. So let me save our progress here on Goodwood F1 Racing. And let me load up Honda. Oh, it's actually at the race. All right, well, you still get to see the livery, but we won't actually run the race.
Welcome back, everyone. Brace yourselves for the Australian Grand Prix.
There we are, sitting second and third, which is just bizarre because of the wet qualifying.
It's lights out and away we go.
Just get to a good angle. There we go. So there is my Honda livery. So it's a nice sort of carbon black nose cone undercut on the car to the back with gloss white paint. Obviously, I've got the sponsor slapped on there. And the team logo is the big red Honda. That's also on the top of the rear wing, as you can see. And if we move to car behind, it's also in smaller font on the actual rear wing flap there as well, and it is just on the nose cone. You can just about I'm trying to say it's on the front wing. See if we can get a front wing shot. It should be there. I'm not seeing it. Did it get removed by mistake? There it is, very small, on the very lowest plane of the wing. You can just see Honda. I might move that up to the middle instead, make it a bit larger so it's more visible. But yeah, that's my my Honda livery. The helmets are black with red and white trim, as you can see. And the race suits I've tried to model after the suits that Button wore at the end of BAR, beginning of Honda kind of territory. So sort of black with a white chest and white patches on the legs as well. Sponsors front and back as well. So yeah, there's my Honda livery. Actually, you might see a bit of a clearer picture if we go here. There we go. Same driver lineup, but there is the Honda team that I've created. And that's the team that I fully intend to sort of abandon after a few years, get them up to a pretty competitive state, and then walk away from the team and go to a different team, so that we'll actually have like a proper, extra manufacturer there. I might go to someone like Williams or something like that, try and boost them up a bit. But yeah, there we go. That's it for tonight's stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider dropping a like. If you have friends who are into Formula One or Formula One racing games, please consider letting them know about the channel. We don't monetize the content here in any way. I don't take sponsorships. I don't put ads on my content. I like to let it just be free for everyone to enjoy. And obviously we run the race format the way we do to try and create almost like a Grand Prix experience. So I hope you are enjoying it. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon for the next one. We'll be back at the usual time tomorrow of 8 p.m. to run Monaco. And I will see you all again very soon.